Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Mindfully Breathing with Flowering Smiles. I'm Matt Buchanan. Today is the third episode into the Calm Ease deep dive and the 10th episode overall. In the last episode, I got ahead of myself. I was excited about the smile and said it was next. However, it's not, but that's okay because today's episode is on a very important concept and it's on the very simple approach to having a direct meditation. It's about being in meditation. Our overall focus is still in the Buddha's full discourse on breathing, but we're going to go into this deep dive of the Calm Ease meditation. It's a lovely meditation, and it's always applicable and readily available with its simple gathas. In, out, calm, ease, smile, release, and present moment, wonderful moment. The deep dive will cover try and break the meditation, peace and happiness, today's crossing the line into being, then comes smiling love. Liberation follows that one, and we conclude with healthy relationships. There's so much life to be experienced and discovered with a Calm Ease meditation. Thay, thank you for your gift. The Calm Ease deep dive, crossing the line into being. Being is as it implies. It does not mean void of experience or awareness. Mindfully breathing and listening is being. The Calm Ease meditation gives plenty of opportunity to wonderfully be. We're going to base this on, or if you want to do some further reading, on understanding our mind. And it's from Thich Nhat Hanh's book entitled Understanding Our Mind on pages 53, 70, and 71. On page 53, Thay states, "The first field of perception is the perception of things in themselves, perceiving directly without distortion or delusions. This is the only one of the three modes of perception that is direct." On page 70, he writes, "The mode of perception that leads into the realm of things in themselves is direct. A direct perception does not involve thought or imagination. It is not the result of comparison or reasoning." On the next page, he continues, "Stored consciousness does not engage in thinking, comparing, or imagining. Its the mode of perception is always direct. Therefore, the mode of the five universal mental formations as they function with the stored consciousness is also always direct." This is where we're going today. We're going to stop the imagination, the thinking, the comparison, the imagining, and we're going to go and just listen. And by doing so, it will be a very direct meditation. Struggling to quiet the mind. With this approach, it'll help deal with that. We have become so accustomed to the noisy chatter in our minds that we assume not having it is a mind void of thought or experience. This makes it difficult to sit and clear our mind. If the noise is gone, how do I hold my attention on absolutely nothing? That is extremely difficult, and then we miss the peace and happiness of the moment. So, in other words, our mind is not going to be empty. Our mind is going to be full of experience, of being, of listening. Let's cross that line. Let's make it easier and more joyful. The calm ease begins with the in breath and the out breath. The intention is to become fully aware of each. We're not thinking about it, we are listening to each. It is good to start off thinking in, out. However, you can gently let go of words and fully listen to the in breath and the out breath. This is crossing the line into being. Everything that is heard or felt in your listening is happening in the moment. You can hear or feel the air cooling and heating, your body relaxing on the out breath, the tummy extending and contracting, your weight shifting as you breathe. As you sit and experience through listening, you begin to feel more peaceful. That's listening too. Oh, this is nice. That is being mindful. Noisy thoughts are enlightening. The calm ease meditation starts with the breath, then moves to the body and mind. You can listen to the experience of the in breath and your back at the same time. For your out breath, you can listen to the experience of breathing and your relaxing back and your smile as you are taking care of yourself. Now your mind has plenty to focus upon as it fully is engaged in listening and being. Those noisy thoughts can still be heard, but they are so much softer. Being mindful, you can recognize how soft those thoughts have become. Whoa, I hear them, but they don't draw me in anymore. Don't step into those thoughts, as those are not being mindful. You can now be with those noisy thoughts. You can listen to your in breath and your shoulders rising, while also being aware of those noisy thoughts. At this point, you no longer need to focus away from them. They can just be. I am sure if you hold all three in your awareness and simply listen to the experience, you will find the beauty in those noisy thoughts. You can more easily enjoy the no birth, no death experience. The noisy thoughts are now here to enlighten us. Let's explore this from the historical and ultimate perspective. Keeping our perspective in the historical is doubly difficult as our suffering waters more seeds. Suffering happens because the breadth and depth of our vision, it isn't very far. We haven't let enough go yet. It is more narrow and less accurate than the ultimate perspective. Our past conclusions and guiding principles are based on the historical, which hinder our vision from seeing the hurt as it truly is. In fact, those conclusions based in historical perspective compound the hurt and our suffering. It gets so painful, we want nothing to do with those past moments, so the suffering lingers. However, the suffering is waiting on us to bring the needed love for its transformation. Sitting to meditate with our thoughts continues this momentum from the historical perspective. However, sitting and listening to our experience moves us away from the historical, and our understanding can now shift towards the ultimate. Within Out, Thay invites us to begin listening. Our mind starts to quiet. Then he introduces calm ease, and our awareness grows from our breathing and now includes the experience of our body. The listening experience grows, and the mind has more enriched experiences to focus upon. Our thinking becomes more quiet as we transition from the historical to the ultimate. Then Thay moves us deeper into peace with smile release. The richness of experience grows, and it becomes easier to just enjoy the listening. Contentment becomes a part of the experience, and happiness begins to bloom. What does active listening sound like? Since our mind has stopped thinking, we can now experience our suffering differently. It becomes very easy to look deeply and touch the suffering. This is all done with continuing to simply listen. Our awareness becomes more centered on the ultimate, where our vision grows in depth and breadth. We all know the suffering while in the historical. Here is the experience of the ultimate, what it grants us. In, out, in, and listening to my experience. Out and listening to my experience. Whoa, I feel a fear. This is being mindful, as it is an observation that is happening right now. In and listening to the fear. Out and listening to the fear. Oh, I'm afraid, and it happened because of these events. Notice there's no thinking here. The judgment was not made. In and listening. Out and listening. Ah, I have suffered long enough. I'm going to breathe in the loveliness of my in-breath. And with this kindness, I'm going to gently share its peace and soothe that fear. In, out, in, and loveliness of the breath. Out, breath's loveliness to soothe you pain here. In, and loveliness and soothing you pain. Pain, you don't have to suffer alone anymore. You let me know when you are hurting, and I'll share our lovely in-breath with you. In and loveliness, and sharing the soothing quality with you. Remember, we aren't going anywhere. We're just letting go. The more we let go of thinking, the more we can transform the suffering caused from embracing our thinking. The more we actively listen to the experience in the moment that our body is having, our breath is having, our mind is having, our feelings are having, the more we step over the line. Let's cross the line and just be. We're going to do a 12-minute meditation with bells at 2 minutes. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to turn off our thinking, turn off our comparisons, turn off our conclusions, turn off our already known thoughts. Pretend as if you're a child and you're discovering this for the very first time. All you are is listening and bringing in the experience. Let's begin. Listening to my in-breath, out, and enjoy my breath. Listening to my in-breath, out, and enjoying my breath. aware of in-breath and its gentleness, listening to my body, in-breath and gentleness, listening to my body. Aware of in-breath and its gentleness, sharing my breath's gentleness with my body. In-breath and gentleness, sharing gentleness with body. Gentleness, sharing gentleness with body. Gentleness, sharing. As you are listening to the gentleness and sharing, let go a little more and let your mind experience more of you. Then simply enjoy the listening. Just Just mindfully breathe and enjoy being. Welcome back. And I really love that experience of just being. It's just fabulous. And I can't always do it, but when I'm there and I don't have to think anymore, I don't have to pay attention to my in breath and my out breath. I can just be aware of the experience and breathing and be aware of the experience as my shoulders drop and just feel all of that experience. It's just wonderful. It's more, well, it just requires less energy just to be and just to do. Welcome back. And I really love the experience of just being. I can turn my mind off and I can just listen to the experience as my body changes, as the in breath happens. And then as my body releases that air, just listen to the experience, be the experience, hear the experience, feel the experience. It's very full. It's very dynamic. It's very much alive. It's wonderful. Thank you very much for being here and taking the time to sit and just be with me. Peace and happiness to you.